From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Has anyone been to this place, the Young Reader Center, before? Wow! Welcome back.
I have never been here.
But for those of you who haven't been here, you are in the Young Reader Center of the Library of Congress. Very special place.
I've never been here before.
And this is a place just for children. We hope you come back either with your teachers and your friends or maybe with your family and visit us when you can look at some books and play some games. But today, we're going to be doing that too. Today is an unbirthday of a very famous author by the name...
Dr. Seuss.
You've got it, Dr. Seuss. Do you know why it's an unbirthday? Well, an unbirthday is a celebration when we miss the real birthday. You know when your birthday is, right? And you try to have a celebration on your birthday? Well, Dr. Seuss was born on March the 2nd. And because he's a very famous author of special books for children, we celebrate his birthday on a special day called Read Across America Day, in which we invite boys and girls and moms and dads and friends and family to read books. And you were going, what?
I have the words.
You do? Okay. Well, here's the thing. Let me talk, and then we can take questions at the end, okay? So, we were going to have you come visit us on the real birthday and the real celebration, but it snowed, and you guys couldn't come. So we're having an unbirthday today, the 23rd of March, and we're going to do everything that we were going to do on March 2nd today. So here's what we're going to do. It's very special, okay? I'm going to read two books. One book you might know is And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street.
I've read that one.
Well, you know what is special about this book? It's the first book that Dr. Seuss wrote, and he wrote 44 books. That's a lot. This was the first one. We also understand that this summer there will be one more brand new book coming out and maybe another one after that. So we have some things to look forward to. The second book I'm going to read is special for a very different reason. But you know what? You might have read this book and you may have this, but you don't have one like this. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why this is special. This is called a twin vision book. And the reason it's twin, sometimes they call it dual vision, is because the book is written just like your book, but then it has these special pages. And this is called Braille. And it's used by people who can't see, who are blind, special dots on the page to help them read. It was invented by a man called Louis Braille. He was actually French. And he created the kind of writing that's Braille. So after I read this book, okay, I'm not going to read the Braille because I don't know how. I'm going to read the print. But when we're finished, I will let you come up and touch it so that you could see the difference between the dots and what's written on the page, and you'll understand what Braille is. We actually have some other Braille books for you to see after this. Okay, and then after the reading, we have some games. we have a special surprise guest, and we have some art for you, okay? So all this is part of our celebration of Dr. Seuss. So the first thing I'm going to do, and some of you know this book very well, so you'll be interested, To Think I Saw It on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. Okay? When I leave home, I walk to school, and Dad always says to me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales. Now, what can I say when I get home today? Does anybody make a stern look? What is a stern look? His father says. Sort of like this. Sort of serious, okay? All the way back to school and all the way back, I've looked and I've looked and I've kept careful track. And all that I've noticed, except my own feet, was a horse in a wagon on Mulberry Street. And that's what he saw. That's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say, what do you think he's going to say? A zebra was pulling that cart. And that's a story that no one can beat. And I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, the zebra is fine. You see that zebra? But I think it's a shame, such a marvelous beast, with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw were a charioteer. That's a charioteer, see, with those little streamers and this. A gold and blue chariot, something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. No, it won't do at all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer's better. He's fast and he's fleet. You see those antlers for the reindeer? And he looks mighty smart on old Mulberry Street. Hold on a minute, there's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull something that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. And there it is. A reindeer and sleigh? Say, anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe or Nat. Say, even Jane could think of that. Any Janes here? No Janes? Okay. Are you a Jane? No. Well, okay. But it's not too late to make a little change. A sleigh and an elephant. That's something strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size, a blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes, and then, just to give him a little more tone, a Raja with rubies perched high on his throne. See, that's a Raja. Say, what makes a story that no one can beat? When I say I saw that on Mulberry Street. But now, I don't know, it still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would ship around in the air like a kite. But he looks simply grand with a great brass band. A band is so good, it should have someone to hear it. But it's going so fast and it's hard to keep near it. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind if a man sits and listens a little behind. But now, is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I'll bet those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy and far for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs 2 at least. Can you imagine what you're going to get now? And now, what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into Bliss. This is Bliss and this is Mulberry Street. That's a street sign. Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. Ta-da! It takes police to do the trick. To guide them through where the traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed with Sergeant Mulvaney himself at the lead. And there's Sergeant Mulvaney. And there's everybody. And the mayor is there. And he thinks it's grand. And he raises his hat. He raises his hat as they dash by the stand. But that's a story that no one can beat. I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. With the roar of its motor, an airplane appears. There it is, and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And then that makes a story that's really not bad. It still could be better. Suppose that I add a Chinese man who eats with sticks, a big fat magician doing tricks, a 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more. I'm almost home. See the beard? I swung around the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps. I felt simply great, for I had a story that no one could beat. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad, quite calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. There was so much to tell, I couldn't begin. Dad looked me sharply and pulled at his chin, and he frowned. Can you give me a frown? Frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. Was there nothing to look at, people to meet? Nothing exciting to make your heart beat? Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but a plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street. Okay. Now, I'm going to read Green Eggs and Ham.
That's a fun book.
Isn't it? And what we're going to do is I'm going to flip by these Braille pages. So I'm just going to read the story part. And then when I'm done, I'll let you come up and you can see the Braille part. That's why this book, if you have it at home, is half the size of this, because all the Braille pages make it twice as big, okay? So, book says, I am Sam. I am Sam. Sam I am. That Sam I am. That Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. That's somebody else, right? Do you like green eggs and ham? That's Sam talking. Look at that. Doesn't look like he does. I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them? Here or there? I would like them here or there. I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? See the little mouse? I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I don't like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? There's a fox inside a box. Now you can help me if you can remember. Not in a box, not with a fox, not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I would not like them, Sam I am. Would you, could you, in a car? Eat them, here they are. I would not, could not, in a car. You may like them, you will see, you may like them in a tree. I would not, could not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. Here goes. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. A train, a train, a train. Could you, would you on a train? Not in a train, not in a tree, not in a car, Sam. Let me be. I would not, could not, in a box. I would not, could not, with a fox. I will not eat them with a mouse. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Say, in the dark, here in the dark, would you, could you, in the dark? I would not, could not, in the dark. Would you, could you, in the rain? I would not, could not, in the rain. Not in the dark, not in the train, not in a car, not in a tree. I do not like them, Sam, you see. Not in a house, not in a box, not with a mouse, not with a fox. I will not eat them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. You do not like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. Could you, would you, with a goat? I would not, could not, with a goat. Isn't that silly? Would you, could you, in a boat? I would not on a boat. I would not, will not with a goat. I would not eat them in the rain. I would not eat them on the train. I would not in the dark, not in a tree, not in a car. Let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. You do not like them, so you say? Try them, and you may. Try them, and you may, I say. Sam, if you will let me be, I will try them. You will see. Oh my, look at his face. What do you think is going to happen now? You think? Say, I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam, I am. And I would eat them in a boat. And I would eat them with a goat. And I would eat them in the rain and in the dark and on a train and in a car and in a tree. They are so good, you see. No. So I will eat them in a box, and I will eat them with a fox, and I will eat them in a house, and I will eat them with a mouse, and I will eat them here and there. Say, I'll eat them anywhere. I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam, I am.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.